think if you have a bigger presence and more alert neighborhood, whether it's neighborhood watch or whatever, that's a big help. And then on top of all this, you have a good education system, a safe city. You're going to bring more and better paying and higher paying jobs to Jacksonville. You know, back when I was mayor, I don't want to go back into the thrilling days of yesteryear, but you know, Maxwell House was going to leave. I mean, it didn't sound like much. Our big rival was another Maxwell House, and where was it, New Jersey? Right by there. Where Frank Sinatra's from, where was it? Hoboken. I said, Hoboken, we're competing with Hoboken. But they had the same 300 or 400 people working there. We had to fight to keep it here. Unfortunately, they closed that one. We kept 304, keep Max and Jacks. That was our theme, and we did. Good paying jobs, good smell. Unlike the smell that I helped get rid of, along with y'all, that we had in Jacksonville, along with the tolls. Unfortunately, the state decided to throw them up other places, not on our bridges that we took them off, which I don't think they're going to ever pay for those additional lanes that they're putting in. They call it express lanes. They're doing that all over the state. But bringing better paying jobs, I think Con is great. He is where Wayne Weaver and Mrs. Weaver helped in education, bringing the football team here. I don't think you'd ever have a football team here if you had the smell that we had here, because people didn't want to come to Jacksonville for that reason. And a lot of other reasons that Jacksonville needs to put out there, besides our climate, besides our ocean, our river, our recreational opportunities. The St. Johns River is our national treasure. To be able to redo and rebuild the waterfront, whether it's Con's idea, whether it's someone else that comes along, from the old city hall all the way up to Metropolitan Park. That could be a real blessing. People look, when they come, you from New York, when you come to a community, you want to see what your whether you go downtown or not, you want to see what your downtown looks like. That speaks volume. So does the library system. It's been shortchanged for so many years. And I'm a big supporter. The first two things that have been that are cut, whether it's on the state level or a local level. The last two things, let me start with that way, is libraries and parks and recreation. Those are the last things that are funded, and they're the first things that are cut. That's true on the state level. Now you can add public works. $2 million to fill potholes, to repair streets, to widen streets, to repave streets, to take care of your infrastructure. It's not enough. I mean, that's what's the most visible thing out there for all of us. If you're not taking care of your infrastructure, you end up like Washington, D.C. and the Maryland area yesterday, with their infrastructure and their power lines, when all the lights went out, they have not kept it up. New York's the same way, but we are too. But we're just a younger city from that perspective. So there's a lot of things, but you know, this time more than ever, experience does make a difference. We need it now more than ever. I'd love to see new people running for office. My time's come. But I saw where there were 10 vacancies, chance for all Democrats to be a majority for the first time, but 10 vacancies, and really not very much experience. And that's what you really need. Someone, and I happen to have been lucky enough to be the mayor, city council, to work with the council people, been in the legislature, so in the education side of it and on the school board. So all of it helps me remember the past and know what it takes for us to go to the future. And saying about the light at the end of the tunnel, whether it's the pension plan, whether it's our property taxes, whether it's safer city, safer schools too, safer streets, that's what this is all about. But if you don't have somebody that's going to be out there and be Captain Chaos, which I will be, I'm talking about speaking out. I can't wait on someone else to come out and say, we need to do this. It's not about we need to do it. If we want to remain a cow forward, we keep what we got in city council. Elect those who aren't going to move forward, who are not just conservative. It's one thing being conservative, saying that all this money is within the budget. You can't keep slicing and slicing and slicing, because you see what's happening. Libraries are closing, fire stations are closing, police and fire are in these drop plans and getting out. You have to recruit more. We've got to be competitive. And so I'm excited about it, but I still have a Republican in my race. So, and they're going to vote Republican, especially with Curry there, to some degree. My hope is that the crossovers, the non-parties, the Democrats, African-American community, and others who normally turn out, make sure that they do turn out. That's what everyone's job is right now, is to bring out the votes. I've got 8 or 9 signs here. I'd like to be able to put them in every yard. I think y'all can represent 5, 6, 7 people for all the counties. Go out and have great life. You know, life, get them excited about the campaign, get them excited about turning out, because turnout is the key for this election. If you have people who are going to turn out on numbers for us, it's a cakewalk. But they sit back and say, well, there's a chance